What are the key environmental policies in socialist countries? Have you ever wondered how socialist countries tackle environmental issues? The approach often revolves around collective ownership and central planning. Let's break down the key environmental policies that shape these nations. First, centralized planning plays a vital role in managing resources and protecting the environment. In socialist systems, the state or community owns natural resources. This allows for coordinated efforts to balance economic development with environmental sustainability. For instance, the Soviet Union developed integrated approaches to manage land, water, and forests, aiming to resolve conflicts between economic use and nature protection. Another important policy is the transformation of production to reduce environmental harm. Socialist countries often shift away from harmful goods like fossil fuels. They promote cleaner alternatives, including renewable energy sources and ecological agriculture. These efforts aim to minimize pollution and resource depletion while supporting social needs. Democratic planning is also a key aspect of socialist environmental policies. This framework advocates for production driven by social needs rather than profit. By focusing on social requirements, wasteful duplication of resources and planned obsolescence can be reduced. This approach helps address environmental threats systematically and equitably. Additionally, socialist countries have a history of large-scale environmental engineering projects. These ambitious initiatives, like river diversion and irrigation schemes, were intended to transform nature for economic purposes. However, some projects led to significant environmental damage, such as the drying of the Aral Sea due to irrigation policies in the Soviet Union. Legal and institutional frameworks for environmental protection are another cornerstone of socialist policies. Over time, these countries have developed laws and institutions aimed at conservation and pollution control. Initially, economic growth was prioritized, but policies have evolved to include more integrated environmental protection measures. Public ownership also presents challenges in accountability. While resources and industries are publicly owned, this can complicate responsibility for environmental harm. Without private property rights, individuals or entities may not face direct consequences for pollution or resource depletion. Modern eco-socialist policies emphasize the promotion of green infrastructure and ecological agriculture. These initiatives focus on transitioning to renewable energy, developing sustainable farming practices, and reducing environmental impacts while promoting social equity. In practice, the environmental record of socialist countries has been mixed. While the ideology supports sustainable development and social justice, some states have experienced severe environmental degradation. This often stems from prioritizing industrial output and economic goals over ecological concerns. Examples include high pollution levels in East Germany and deforestation in Venezuela linked to state-run industries. From a socialist perspective, effective environmental policy hinges on transforming social relations. Moving away from profit-driven production to collective ownership and democratic planning aims to achieve sustainability and social justice simultaneously. This approach seeks to address environmental issues as part of broader social and economic reforms, rather than isolated technical fixes.